Hello, friends. Good day, everybody. Welcome to a new edition. Today, we'll be talking about self-responsibility and societal responsibility and nation responsibility. How can we be responsible for one another? And how can we build a better society? And how can we live together in peace? Because today world, all of us, we are yearning for a change. We are looking for a better life. We are looking for a better way to improve our whole lives. We travel all over the world, but one thing remains, that we are seeing that these white people really, they didn't need us. They didn't like us. They didn't accept us. That is our cry. That is our trouble. We see it as a trouble. We see it as a disease. We see it as a pain in our own hearts. How can we solve it today? Really, in our own home of origin, we want to see our own self-responsibility. We want to see our own wickedness. We want to see self-acceptance. Do we accept ourselves? Do we love ourselves? If anything should go wrong now, the whole world say they don't want to see black in any part of the world again. You people should go to your own home. Can we live together? Can we stay together? Can we speak our own dialects? Can we wear the clothes that others are wearing? Can we eat each other's food? That is the essence of today's video. We want to see it. How can we see? Because some of us, we are complaining. These people didn't accept us. These people didn't accept us. We want to see in our own home, in our own families, in our own city, in our own language, in our own country. Do we accept ourselves? Do we live in peace? Are we a people? Are we a people that speak one language? Do we hear ourselves? So that is the purpose of this video. Today, I will be using myself as an example. For me, I'm a Benin girl. I have a friend who is like a customer. She used to come to my shop to patronize me. She's a friend. I know her like 2 years now. One day, I know her to be a Yoruba woman. The day came that we were just discussing. She now told me that I didn't like Benin. Benin people are bad. Benin people will never accept you. And I said, no, don't say like that. Oh, Benin, we are good people. We are kind people. We are very hospitable boy. We can hospitalize anybody or any part of Nigeria. You come to us. We always accept people. Don't you see many people are there? He said, yes. He said, that is why I want to tell me that we are not good people. I said, okay, explain to me. Why do you say so? He said she have been in Benin for 20 years. 20 years. He said, we refuse to accept her. I said, what do you mean? He said, she is from Isha. He said, Benin will never accept you. They only call you Obishan, Obi Robo, Obi Shekiri, Obi Agbo, Obi Kwale. He said, they only look for where you come from. It is that first day you tell them that this is where I'm coming from. That place will be your name. No matter any name you will tell them. No matter you will born many children in that Benin land. All your children, they will still call them where you are coming from. He said, this is a character that is bad. He said, we will never change. He said, so that is why he doesn't like Benin people. He said, for she doesn't mingle with any Benin. When you just hear this person say Benin person, no. He said she dislike them because of that, their wicked character. I say, He said, but I say for me, and I say, but for you, you are different. I say, thank you, but please now. Well, tell me really the problem. What really happened? He said, yes. He said she stayed with us for 20 years. she never have any achievements. He said because what she now discover is that if we didn't accept them, what are we doing? They try to come into us. We are driving them back. They are trying to move forward. We are resisting them because we don't want people to know that they are not part of us. That is why we are describing them according to where they are coming from. He said, but today, he never knew. He said, until his husband had died. When the husband had died, he have a relative who was staying in Ondo in Yoruba land. Then I invited her, come and stay with us now so that you not stay lonely. He said she now relocated to Ondo land. On getting to Ondo land, within 3 weeks, a month, she now called the owner of the house that I want to be doing a mini business. The landlady now called her that, look, maybe where you are coming from, this business that you want to do, it may be profitable in that place, maybe good in that place, but this my side, this business is not moving. It's not a creative business. What you will do, look at this place, choose out of this business and this business. If you can do any one of this business, you will fetch you money so that you can able to take off yourself. She now say, thank you, ma. Oh, God bless you, ma. Thank you, ma. He said she really started within 2 weeks interval. She started. Her neighbor now come to her. Well done, oh, you are our next neighbor. And I said, yeah, what is your name? She told the woman her name. What is the name of your daughter now? And I told the woman the name of the daughter. He said, so the daughter, the woman, I say, okay. After maybe like 3 days, he now come back to her. And I say, okay, that name of your daughter, we now get to study. I study the meaning Ajoke. So this your daughter will be calling her Ajoke. It's good for us. It's easy for us to call. Do you like it? We'll be calling your daughter Ajoke. She now said, yes, he like the name. Then I'll be calling her Mama Ajoke, Mama Ajoke, Mama Ajoke, Mama Ajoke. All the neighbor, people that will come after her, nobody even knew that she is not a Yoruba woman. He said they love her, they give her gifts, they show her things, they show her where she will go, anything she will ask in the community among them, they always give to her. She now feel comfortable. She now see love. The little business that she was doing, within short time, she grow. She become okay, comfortable. She now regretted. Ew, if I have known, I would have not stayed with these wicked people. He said they have more painful parts, even the husband. She desired to see this love, this freedom and more beginning, but we never give her that love. We never show her that love. We never accepted them. Because of that, they born, they named their children before us, but we refuse to ascribe those names to be mama, this and that. But instead, that of yes, son, we are still calling them. He said you will just see that you are not in your home. You are not welcome. But because you don't have any other place to go, you will stay with them. But if you can see any other place to go, you know that you people, you are not good people. Say, sorry, oh, ma, because she's on 65 now. Sorry, ma, anything we have done, oh, please, sorry, ma. From that moment, really, when she left, I just recollected, say, this is a character, this is an attitude, really, that we have, this is a bad character, really. If any Benin, you can attest to it, that really we call any foreigner that come to our quarter, our land, we always call them by where they are coming from. So really, and when she told me, I really recollected. I have auntie who have a store. She wanted to rent it out. A Igbo man came to rent that shop. Then Igbo man, I still remember they were calling that man at that time Emeka. He now told my aunt, say, my name, what is your name? Say, my name is Emeka. My aunt says, okay, give her the store. When he want to collect money from the Igbo guy, he will not call, Igbo, bring my money, house rent, call Igbo for me, call Igbo for me. One day, really, this Igbo man called our auntie. Ah, mama, mommy, no, don't, you are calling me Owigbo, Owigbo. Owigbo is not my name. Now my name is Emeka. It's okay, I hear. After some time, they continue calling him Da Owigbo. One day, the Igbo man now come say, my name is John, mama. Be calling me John. Ah, my auntie. After the guy now left, my auntie now say, no problem. Your name now na inside Bible can't do. Your name now can't be John. That John, no, you are Owigbo. Owigbo remain your name. So he continued. Maybe like 3-5 months interval. This guy, he packed his load and went away. On leaving the house, without him even telling my auntie that, madam, I'm leaving, oh, take your key, oh, I'm not doing again. He left. And my auntie become bitter. Why with this now? That is why they don't help this foreigner now. You see this wicked Owigbo now. He refused to tell me when he's leaving. Instead of him to tell me so that I look for another person. You see now, you see Boma, very wicked. She was annoyed. And we really joined our auntie. Say it's true, supposed to have told you before he left. So really, we never knew that he's a bad character. We never knew. Even me, I never take it to conclusion, say, what is really happening? This thing, is it really good or bad? Me, it's normal. Really, you come to our place, we call you where you are coming from. It's part of us. It's flowing in our own blood. But people are not liking it. People are not accepting it. Really, I now come to a rethink in history. Say, let's look at this history really. Let's look at this history of Benin and Oduduwa kingdom. Benin kingdom and Oduduwa kingdom. Okay, Oduduwa say, they are the one, they are our father. They come from Yoruba land to come and establish a Benin kingdom. They are our father. So we Benin say, no, we are the first. We are the one who born Oduduwa, who send it to go and settle in Ife. So we are your father, you are our son. Okay. In our own culture, in our own history, let's take the one we read on our outside. So okay, this is Benin culture. This is Benin kingdom. We say we are the one who born Yoruba empire. This our son now. We now send it to another land. And this our son become great. He now conquer many empire. And he now have many servants, many people under him. In a normal sense, this son supposed to be our beauty. This son supposed to be a part of us. This son supposed to be a son that we will honor with bands and instruments when it's coming to us. But not really Benin. If Benin want to call Yoruba, he go say, don't mind them. Obiya neyowa. Obiya neyowa no, ezeyoe. What does that mean? Pikin wey dey shit for house. Pikin wey not dey clean in yashuwe. Na in me. You see how we are creating hatred. You see how we are creating wickedness. You see how we are creating a bad mind for the new upcoming generation. If we now continue this way now, your son, you are bringing your son low before other people. Really, what will happen? Other people will march on his head. Other people will disgrace him more. Because we refuse to see him as part of us. Even if our son, we are disheartening him. We are pushing him away. He's coming closer to us. Instead of us to dance and receive him as part of us, we refuse to receive them. So these are problems that we are having. This area is very important. That is why I'm doing this video. My beautiful Benin, the reason is to change. If you have mothers that is still calling them Benin, Owigbo, Yoruba, Shekiri, try and tell your mother that it's not good. That people, they are not liking it again. People are not welcoming it again. And learn not to teach your children all the wickedness that we have been living, that it doesn't bring any profit to us. That this character we are be having it, we are not progressing. We are not moving forward. We should try. We should try. That is why when some of them become big, they will not they will not say, when they newly started, they will say, yes, they are Benin. But any slight mistake, they make achievements, they will run away. Then from distance, they will not tell you, no, I'm not a Benin. Because they know if they tell you for the beginning, they are from Aisha, Amsa, Igbo, or Shekiri, you will never receive them. So now the new generation self have even doing some way. Even especially Europe now, you not see people that really, they will not speak Benin very well. They will even call their name now and say, yes, I'm Benin, but really in the secrets. In the secrets. There was a recent fight one of my friends had. He thought that a girl, this girl really is an Urobo girl. She was born and brought up in Benin. When she was looking for accommodation, nobody was able to accommodate her. They didn't accommodate her. She now pretended that, oh, she's a Benin girl. And really what happened? He snatched the husband of that girl. And when people will now ask her, is this your sister who accommodated you? You stay with her, you didn't pay her rent for almost 6 months. Why do you not snatch the husband? He said, don't mind, don't do wicked Benin. Me self, I be Urobo girl, I not be Benin girl. Then I say, why do you not tell her before? He say, yeah, if he will not tell her because they are wicked people. It's time to pay them back. So people are getting aware of our own wickedness. We should try and change. We should try and repent. We should try and desist from this character so that we can receive fresh air, so that we can receive progress, so that we can live in unity, so that we can build a better society, a society that we can build, that really we can say, yes, this is my home. We should try. Now, I want to talk of another people, my Igbo people too. They are having an attitude that is not good at all. It's not good, and they don't want to see it. And when you try to wake them up, and when you try to make them to take their own responsibility, they are ignoring it. They are fighting over it. They are shouting all in Nigeria that Nigeria didn't like them, that Nigeria didn't receive them, but they forget they are opportunists. The opportunists. Do you know why I'm saying this? I want to touch it one by one. Because if we did not know where we are falling short of this, our wicked character, we will never build a better society. I was watching a documentary. Igbo girl came to vlog in a Benin. On getting to Oba Palace, she wanted to vlog around that area, to see the culture, what are they doing. She now met a woman. Good afternoon, ma. Please, I want to vlog in this Oba area. Please, ma, they know that they told me that this Benin, they have a good culture. You have to respect them. Please, ma, just give me 2 or 3 words that when I see them, what will I do? How will I approach them so that they will not send me away because I want to vlog? And the woman said, okay. Anyway, you can go there and vlog. They can hear English. Because even me too, I'm not a Benin. The girl said, you're not a Benin. They not allow you to be selling in this area. He said, yes. Okay, ma. You say you are not hearing Benin at all. How long now? How many months now have you been in Benin? He say, yeah, you dey talk of months. Not be month, I don't stay 37 years. The girl say, 37 years, ma. Even when I'm not yet born. And 37 years and you are not speaking the language. He say, no, how can I speak those useless people language? No. I don't like to speak their language. I don't need it at all. I know, it's okay, ma. Where are you from? You say you are not a Benin. Where are you from? He say, as you see me, so I'm an Igbo woman. Okay. Igbo. Good afternoon, ma. Where? In which side in Igbo? He now mention her village. The girl was very excited. This is my mommy, oh. This is for my town, oh. This is for my village, oh. Ah, where doma, where doma, where doma. Ah, then I started speaking Igbo. Ah, I never knew I would see somebody that is from my side, oh. In this place, I thought you are a Benin woman. Oh. He said, no, she's not a Benin woman. She herself was surprised to see that. Ah, he now asked the woman, what of your children? Everybody, your husband? I say, yes. He said, the children, they are okay, they grow, they are married now, they are okay. But only the husband is late. So they now took him to their place. After some time, she come back to Benin. The girl now ask her, you didn't like to stay in Igbo land again? He said, no. Say, she doesn't like to stay there again. Say, here is now my new home. I like to stay here. So the girl was just looking. Say, okay, ma. Okay. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. I'm very happy today. I never expected I would speak Igbo this moment. Not even the center, the heart of Benin. Close to Oba Palace. I never expected I would see an Igbo woman from my own village. She was very happy. So, me too now look at this. Look at this woman. Even by your own words, you are condemning yourself. A place now that you have lived for a good 37 years. Your husband live and he bring you there. You are not living there now. You say you didn't receive the people. You refuse to speak the language. What can we call that one? Is it not wickedness? Is it not self-hatred? If you know that you can't speak their language, you don't want to stay with them, what are you doing in their land? Why not stay in your own land so that you can speak your language very well? You see how we are creating problems for ourselves? Okay, imagine the children now. You see, she will not transfer her whole wickedness to her children. That is why we are creating a wicked city. That is where we are creating a wicked country. That today, we cannot stay together. That today we are running, searching for who will accommodate us. Who will accommodate us? Nobody. If we refuse to take our own self-responsibility, if we refuse to see what is wrong in our own society, because it's this wickedness, we are carrying it all over, and they are getting out to know us. They are getting out to know us. I was watching a reporter who went the fire break in Lagos. Igbo man. He was just asking. He was just shouting, crying. You see, they didn't help us. They didn't help us. They didn't help us. Yoruba people are wicked people. Yoruba people who make una speak. Tinubu, come and speak. Come and talk. Governor, come and talk. Come and speak. You see now, it's because it's not Yoruba property that is destroyed. It's because it's on our side. That is why you people didn't speak up. You see, if it is your own quarter, no, the government could have speak to the people. You people should speak out. She was just annoyed. And a reporter now come closer to that man. Sorry, sir. Is your property among this fire break? He said, no, my property is not there. Where do you come from, sir? He said, in the other streets. That is where I am from. But today, sir, so I see that it's like you have something to say to the audience. Please, sir, say your mind so that people can know really what is happening, because we are on live now broadcasting. You know, say yes, like me now. You say, sir, yes, he was asking her, yes, sir, are you from where your house? Is it close? Say no, it has not close to this place, but it's an Igbo man. He say, you are Igbo man, sir. Say yes. How long now have you stayed in Yoruba land? He say he has stayed good 30 years in this land. He say, thank God, because you are staying 30 years okay in this land. So it's good, so that you now speak to the people so that you talk to the people, so that people will not know what is really going on. It's good we meet you here, sir. You now give the man microphone. Please, sir, since here now, let's Yoruba, you can, so that you speak to the audience. You now say no, he don't speak all those igbati, doesn't have time for all those igbati. And the man say, but you, the boy now say, but you say you have stayed here for 30 years. That means you can't speak Yoruba. He say no, he doesn't have time for all the igbati. He go just repeating it. And I say, wow, look at people. Look at people. Okay, you are crying now that they didn't help you. You are crying now that they didn't come to your rescue. But you refuse to assimilate. You know, we are talking of Bini didn't accept people. But these Igbo people, they will never assimilate. They will never be part of you. They will never come to you. When they go to any place, they want to be themselves. But this thing will not work. You know why it will not work? Because we see people who want to make it to work. People today that you people are crying today that all over the world they didn't receive you people. People want to receive you people. But you have to learn how to stay with people. If you live in any other mass city, you have to learn how those people behave. When you now learn the way of those people, you will see that nobody will chase you around. We see somebody who is a mass dresser in that Lagos there. You understand? A man pretending to be a woman. Everybody know her in that Lagos today. When he started, he's an Igbo guy. But when he started come to Lagos, he started speaking their language. He started dressing like them. He started participating with them. But today, nobody is chasing him away because he make himself to be assimilated. He make himself, he take the culture. He's aware that this is not my own culture, this is not my own people. But since I have come to stay in this part of the country, let me behave like them. You see, since all these years, the government are saying, no, anybody should not do all those things. Anybody should not be. You see today, he's there. He's travel all over the world today. If Igbo should riot today and say, bring me my people, because this boy is my person, give me, Yoruba will riot and say, no. This is not your own people, it's my people, because he speak their language, he do everything, he claim. When he started, he said he's from Ijebu Ede. After some time, he said no, he's from Abeokuta. You see, because he got to fall in love with the people. If you are good, that is why I'm using this video to talk to my own Igbo brother too. If you live in any country, try and speak their language. Now we are saying that, okay, this to speak our own local languages now, that is very hard. I can't speak Benin, they say it's too hard. Not because really it's too hard, because we are getting to know the reason why they refuse to speak. Because it's just self-hatred. Because you refuse to accept where you sojourn. Even in the Bible, he said the centurion man, when he was having problem, it is the Israeli who talked to the Jesus and said, Jesus, oh please, undermining we and this Roman, we are not friends, but this Roman is a good one. He love our country. He built a synagogue for us. It's like he come to a society now. He built a house. He built the church for them. He built the mosque for them so that they will be worshiping God. Everybody now come on to support him. Say, this man have never asked for anything, but this one that his servant is sick. Please, Jesus, help us. Help the servant to be well. Because they know that this man, he come to them and he contributed to their land. So that is what we are saying. Igbo man, today, if you contribute, let's say, look at Lagos really. You people are saying that Lagos doesn't need you people. Lagos are saying you people should go. Lagos are saying you people should go. Nobody is changing you people away. If you people can make yourself part of that city, make yourself one of them, speak their language, eat their food, behave like them, nobody will chase you away. But today we are complaining, it's too hard. Okay, Ngbati. Is it Ngbati only that one you see? But you can stay there, you can make money. But the language, you refuse to speak it. But today we scatter all over the world. Anywhere, if heaven is existing now, we will date the heaven. They say one country, they are calling it the heaven on earth. Nigeria will be the first people to live in that place. All over the world we are there. But we can speak their language. We can speak all the language in the world today. But in our own language, we are giving excuses. In our own language, we can't speak it. Hausa cannot learn Yoruba because it's too hard. Yoruba cannot learn Hausa because it's too hard. Bini give excuse, how it's too hard now. But it will learn other smart that is far. We can take a car to get to our destination. 5-6 hours. 3 hours difference. We can get to our destination. 2 hours different. We can't hear ourselves. We can't learn each other languages. But from far, we can go to all over the world. We speak all languages in the world. It's not hard for us. Those ones is very easy to practice. It's very easy to speak. But because of our own self-hatred, we refuse to speak our own language. That is what me are saying. If we refuse to take our own self-responsibility, we should not be fighting, we should not be rambling the whole world, calling other people's names. Whereas we too, we are doing it. We too, it's in our own body. We should change it. This bad character, this bad attitude. We thought Christianity will end it, but still, it didn't end it at all. The maggot is multiplying. We are passing it on to generation. From one generation to generation. We didn't want to change. We didn't want to see where are we falling out. What is our problem? But if we refuse, there will be fire on the mountain. There will be a greater problem tomorrow. Because if we refuse to see where we are coming short, we refuse to amend our ways. We refuse to be change. We refuse to have a rethink. We are giving excuses not to do anything in that nation because we believe it's not, after all, it's not my nation. I'm going somewhere. Nobody will receive you. Nobody will receive you. It is that place that is yours that you can fight for. You know, we are having where we can run to now. We are making noise. Say, Niger passport. Some people are tearing it. Okay. It is when they now banned you not to enter that Niger. You will not know that. So to breathe the air of that Niger is a blessing. Many people are in exile today because of their wickedness. I think they believe that when they stole those money, they will be enjoying, they will be flying from one country to the other. They not say no, they banned them for Nigeria. Go and look at them and they are suffering. They are hearing every day to come back home. But now we have those home freely. We are fighting, exchanging ways. Exchanging ways. It's very easy. If we have it in mind, if we really love ourselves, nothing is too hard. The language you see say is nothing. Within 6 months, within 1 year, we will learn it. This is a place we like all these people are claiming. I stay here Benin for 37 years. I stay in Lagos for 30 years. But you refuse to speak their language. Is it really they cannot hear? Is it really they cannot speak it? But they make up their mind. Say this language, for me, everybody can speak it, but for me, I will never speak it. But it's not helping us, nor is even building our own society. That is why we are shouting, independent. How many years independent? Nothing change, nothing change. No. You know why nothing is not changing? Things will not really change. Because the president will just put them there for 4 years. You think something now that you yourself, you have spoiled for 30 years. You think a president that will just come for 4 years can able to change it? Or maximum 8 years. They can't do it. It is we. If we start from our own house, you and me, let us know what is not good. And we change. You see, say we'll build a better society. Within 10 years, we'll build a better society. That is why when we travel to any part of the world today, first and foremost, when you come to their own community, they will not call you, say, okay, you come to our community. There is a free language school that you can go. But you, when will you be free? Is it in the morning or in the afternoon or evening class? You people will not make an arrangement. You will not schedule your time. So you will not enroll on when you will be free. Why? They want you to learn the language. They want you to assimilate to them. They want you to be part of them. Because really, if you didn't speak the language, you will not buy, you will not eat. You will not rent house. So it's compulsory. They are not forcing you to learn the language, but it's compulsory because you yourself, you see that it's needful for you to learn the language. But our hope that we can learn easily, with love, with unity. We are complaining, Yoruba didn't accept us, Hausa didn't accept us. If we go to board the airport, those who are traveling, they are saying if you go to the airport, they are trying to use that to maltreat us. Why will they not maltreat you? If you speak the language that they are speaking in that place, will they maltreat you? Nobody will maltreat you. This thing we are saying is too difficult. But for me, it's not difficult. That is what we are saying. We should not be a lazy youth according to our president. Because he himself, you see many areas that we're supposed to have work, we have supposed to have do many things that we refuse to do them. That is why it's calling us lazy youth. Really, don't let us be lazy. Because why I say we should not be lazy? One person can start it. 2 people can start it. Group of friends can start it. Families, we can start from our own home. How we can remove self-hate, and self-wickedness. Now, let's go to Ghana, those who repair. Because with this problem that we are having, we say, let us speak the 3 major language. We say, no, it's too hard. Let's look at Ghana. Ghana today, too, they don't have this problem that we are having. But many years ago, more than 700 years ago, they are fighting, they are having this little mini problem that we too are having. A king now come up. A king now come up and say, now look at, they now make the man a king. He now say, what is the problem? He now see them and see that elders council, they now come together and say, what is the problem? Let us see. These languages is too much. What can they do? We are talking of the great king, Osei Tutu, one of Ashanti Empire. The man now come to a conclusion, say, okay, then we do something. What will they do to bring unity? We are talking of unity. How can we receive unity? Is by knowing our problem and thinking of how to go about it. He now call Okonfo and Nokia. That is, the man was a chief priest, an herbalist. They now come to agreement that what you will do, you will make a meet with those who are doing what are they calling them? Those who I forget their name now. Those goldsmiths. These goldsmiths, you should go to those goldsmiths and tell them to do a chair for you. A stool. This stool, you will not put it in the center of the place where they used to do festival. It's like once in a year now Benin doing a Igwe festival. So everybody will present that day. So they now say they should put it there. When the people now gather to come and do their festival, they will now shout, hey, the ancestors have bring something, oh, something is going on, oh, look at what they received today, oh, there's one mystery, oh, there's one thing, oh, what is the meaning of this chair, oh, because the chair is shiny, beautiful. They have not seen golden chair before. They now say they don't know the meaning. Yeah, who bring this thing to our land, oh? If it is a curse, we don't know. If it is a blessing, we don't know. What can we do? Let go and consult the herbalist, which is called Okonfo Anokia. They now go to him. They now invited him. Whether they have make agreement before, the man now come before in the presence of everybody and say, yes, this stew, it is the ancestors who bring it. But the blessing in it, they have to be united. They have to speak one language, which is Twi. If they can speak this Twi, if they speak this Twi, everything will be at peace. They will multiply from this moment. Their children will not die again. Their crops in the farm will multiply. It will be well with them. But if they refuse, it now lame all the repercussion, all the causes that will follow, how their children will die, how many things will come to the land when they now see the bad that will follow those things. They now go and reason. They now come back to the king, say, king, go, this thing, oh, we see the evil that will follow it, oh, we will learn it, we will hear, we will speak Twi. This Twi today is the unity, is the beauty of Ghana. After many years, after more than 700 years, they are still speaking the king. He have come and go his way. You see, the language still remain, that one unity. That one unity, because he's a wise king, because he's a king that see the problem of his own people, he wanted to rebuild a good society for them. He want to bring love, unity to them. He now call all those the wise one, and they now reason together. And today is very beautiful. Today, Ghana are wonderful people. Not because we are praising them, Ghana. Not because Ghana they are better than us. Not because they have a gold more than us. Not because they are richer than us. Not because they have petrol more than us. But what made them to be great is that unity. Is that one awareness, speaking one language. That is their beauty. That is what made them to be great today. You know why they are great? Now many people are running to them. Why? Because their land is peaceful. Because their land is welcoming. That is why. Even we can see now, all the politicians, everybody now in Nigeria, we are running to them. After some time, Ghana will be rich, will be bigger than Nigeria, because Nigeria will go there and stay because of their unity. But if we refuse to build our own house, we will leave our house and go and serve another people that we supposed to have been better than. We will not become their slave. They will not become our own king that time. That is why we are saying that to build a better society is to look at all the problem in the society. It's not a barrier. It's not a bad thing. This one is 40. This one is 40. It's true. All the area that we are 40, let us bring strength. Let us come to build one unity. Let us come to build a one society. Let us come to build a one home that we can sleep and not be afraid. We are crying now, I'm robber this, I'm dumper that. It's because there's no unity. It's because there's no love. Really, why will Bini not carry gun and shoot Iboma? Because you are nothing to them. You are not part of them. But if you see that you entered any house now, they are speaking your language, they are speaking your dialects, no matter how you are evil, you will have a pity. You will have a rethink. You will have mercy. It's natural. It's natural. It will come. You will feel that love of unity. You will feel that love of this is my person. You will feel it. You will feel it. Nobody, no, we don't need to teach ourselves. If we are speaking one language, nobody will teach us how to have love. That is how Ghana today. You see that great man today. After many years, he have come, he have gone, but the good name, a good contribution, society contribution, society building a better society. That is what is still keeping them today. Because we refuse to speak our own dialect among ourselves. A day will come when there will be trouble. So we don't want people to hear our differences. We want to say it in our own local way. Can we say it? If a foreigner is our midst now today, can we speak language that the foreigner will not hear us? No. We can't speak it. When there is no opportunity to excuse ourselves, I say, this is an Yorubama, this is an Iboma. Me, I'm a Doge. Hey, want to touch something. I see something, oh, something want to happen. Oh. Hey, how can I communicate? I can't communicate. I can't communicate instantly. That bulb will come and will kill all of us there. But if it is a Ghanaian person, hey, even in the presence of their enemy, then we escape. You know why? Because of that unity. Because of that language they are speaking, that they are Twi. If we just speak to that one will understand. Because if you see a Ghana today, it's we that making where are you from? They have their own, but they don't have all this. They have their own city. When you now say, where are you from? You say, I'm a Ghanaian. When you are close to them, we now say, I'm from Kumasi, I'm from Accra. But really, their whole beauty, the first and foremost, is to call them they are Ghanaian. That is their own logo. That is their own beauty. We now, instead of we to emulate this good character, things that we are saying that is not possible, we are saying our neighbor that they are doing it. It is well with them. We refuse to emulate that one. Let us not go to Switzerland, that they have 4 languages today they are speaking. Oh. Let not go far. And that one are Ibona, they don't advance. So yes, let's come to our own local people. That Ghana today, they have their dignity, they have their peace of mind. It's because of this unity. This great king, Osei Tutu, he saw it and he transformed it and he used every of our trick, used every of our wisdom, knowledge and understanding to build a better society for his people today. These are heroes. We're supposed to even put in our African national money. This is our hero. We're supposed to have next street before, so that the upcoming children, unborn children, will come and study all this good history. Not studying history that we didn't know where they come from. Today now people are going, okay, now you people now say, Nigeria is not peaceful. Nigeria is not okay. We are not carrying children now to go and study in Ghana. Okay, those children now who went to Ghana to study for 5 years, for 6 years, for 3 years, you think they will not learn how to speak a Ghanaian? They will speak it very well. They will speak it very well. Within this short time, they will speak it. But we, because of our own self-hatred, for 30 years, our ear is still blocked. You can't hear. Our tongue is still tied. It cannot be loose. We become deaf and dumb. We can't hear, neither can we speak. Because when it comes to people that is far from us, that is not in Nigeria, we can do it. But when it comes to our own thing, we can't do it. It's very hard. Please, my people, the world is changing, oh. The world is changing, oh. We should try and change. We should try and change. We should try and change. This love is very easy. That is what I'm saying. You see in my previous video, I was saying that really, this our evangelist who we call Madman today. You know, I made video of him. I say this man was saying something, you know, that we are sick. The land is sick. The people is sick. But there's one thing that can make us to be healed. That is love your neighbor as you love yourself. But it's like, madman, wait, you know Bible? No, God is using him. Oh. God is using him to speak to us. So that really, there are so many ways that we are sick. That we should come to awareness. We should know that we are sick. If we say we are sick now, there will be a medication. If we say we are not sick, how can we be healed? That is why me are pointing how we can be healed to this area that we are neglecting. This area that we are saying that is not important. We should put it in mind though. If we put it in mind, if we really put it in mind, nothing that is impossible for us. Nothing that is impossible. You see this problem that is going all over the world now. Nigeria are making videos. They are composing music on it. They are doing dramas in it. Why can't we try and see how we too can build a better society? We say, if Nigeria no go safe, no need that, I run come out. But now they say, no, stay in your place. Stay in your place now. No flight, no movement. Where will you run to? You see, you have to run to your house. You see, you have to stay in your own house. So that is why we are saying, let all know that nothing is like home. Come sun, come rain. Our home remain our home. Nobody will till the ground for us. We need to till it. We need to till it. We need to live in that place. We need to love ourselves. If we love ourselves now, we are the most beautiful people. People know us. Anywhere we go. Only just to tie. Other country, other people, they are emulating it. Just for beads, we are using to do wedding, marriage, dedication. People are emulating it because we are beautiful people. People that is looking us high. Because if we refuse to unite, they will now look at us low. Nigeria, the giant of Africa. If we want to remain that title, we need to love ourselves. We should cover our own secret before we now expose our dirty linen. We now wash it in outside. Say, na so na be, I don't know, in Nigeria, na so them be, I don't know. Before it come to that. This one, I'm using it to talk to people that is a minister of education and teachers, mothers. Please, these 3-4 languages that is causing problem in Nigeria, let us study it when they are young. These are our little children from their nursery school. At least the government, they try. Because if you're in a police, if you are a militant in Nigeria, a military academy, they are trying. They're supposed to have finished this good work. Then this something that is too good, that is too marvelous. If you are a Benin police officer or a military in Nigeria, you will not go and serve in Igbo land. They not bring the Igbo land to come and serve in Benin. That one is very good. But they should still inculcate this education in the school. That from the nursery school, they should choose these 3 languages that is major language that causing problems in Nigeria today. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Then to start it when they are young. If we are too lazy, We say no, my ear don't strong enough hear Yoruba outside, enough carry 3 language, it's too strong. But we should try and inculcate it in our education. These 3 main languages. We should speak it when they are young. Let everybody speak Hausa in their own primary school, secondary school to university level. Let it be a mark to even have a wire to enter university. If you didn't speak these 3 major language, you didn't pass the WAEC. You see, if we can start just little like that. If we cannot say is bad, we can't force ourselves to learn other language. It's good. But upcoming generation, let us build something. Let us create something for them. Let us leave something for them. Let us leave a legacy for them. Let us leave a peaceful society for them. Because a Baba of 50 years now, he don't want to hear. It's good. Baba of 60 years, he don't want to practice it. It's good. But your coming generation, let them start gradually. You see, within short years, it will be a thing of the past. But if we refuse to start something, who will start it is the problem. But governments need to start it. Families need to start it. If you want your children, we are crying today, want to be rich, want to be rich. If government refuse to do it, because we are the government too. If we have children, my brother, my sister, these 3 major languages, try, buy the book. See, have a teacher. It's very easy. Have a Igbo teacher, have an Hausa teacher, have a Yoruba teacher for them. Even once in a week, let them be coming to be teaching them these subjects, this language. Let them be teaching them. You see, say within 2 years, these children, they will pick it up. Because today in our whole education, they will say we should speak French, we should speak German. At the end, maybe they are 100% now. It is only 20% that we even travel out of the country to use it, maybe for interpreter or any other in the offices. But what of the 80%? Who now spend their time 3 years to study this language. At the end, they didn't even see somebody to speak the language with. You see, it's waste of time. Instead of we now studying the language that it may not be useful, it might not be useful to us. Why not study our own languages that is very close to us, our own neighbor, our own selves, hand and leg, that we can watch together, we always be together. No matter anything, once Nigeria continue to exist, this major problem will continue to be there. But let us start. You see, within short time, families, 2 friends, 3 friends, having it in mind, this problem, let us have practice it. If your child not see Igbo man, say Kedun, say Odima, and then not started flowing, he will not ask more than that. If you say, where are you from, sir? Even where are you from? You say, I'm from Owerri. Even me, I'm from Owerri. You see, conversation close. No more racist. If you not see Yoruba, Baoni. Will he now, if you continue, where are you from? You quickly ask him too, where are you from? Me, I'm from Oshun. I'm from Ibadan. You are from Ibadan. Even me too. My mother is from Ibadan. You see, will not be. If you meet an Hausa, you go to the airport, you go to Abuja today. Hausa say Sedu, you say Senu. If he asks Senu, you say Senu. You see, the relationship will continue. So that is what we are saying. All of us, it is our own responsibility to add to what we're supposed to have done. It's not yet too late. Sometimes you say, it's too late now. How can we achieve it? Yes, we can achieve it. That is why I give you a good example of a Ghana empire. Their king go say Tutu, he saw the problem and he do it, and today they are enjoying it. So that is why today. And I love one person so much in that our Nigeria. This our late Minister Dora and Akunliji. Dora Akunjile. So our late Minister Akunjile said, we should have one thing in mind. This is her last speech. And I will use this also to summarize this video. He said in Greece, they have a parable. And say, elders, if they want to build a better society, elder that know that is old, and he now look at the city center, and I say, this position will be good though for a big tree. But for me, I'm old. Before this tree will now grow to become a very big tree that will not be a shade for everybody to come and sit under, that time I'm gone. Don't let me overlook it because of self-interest. If we know, I will not plant this tree because after all, I know then I'll soon die. You say no? We should, that elder who want to build a better society, people who want to build a better Nigeria, you should do something that you might not be benefited to that thing. That thing may not really be beneficial to you, but you see that this thing is good for the society. He said we should do it. Elders that will build that will plant a tree, that this tree, he know that his time is gone. He can't stay under that shade of that tree to sit on that tree again. But he want to do it so that when he's gone, the upcoming generation will see a place to sit. That is a people that is employing all Nigeria to have that mind. To have that mind that this thing I'm doing, it may not benefit me. But let me do it because other people will need it. He said that should be a Nigeria that we should design. That should be a Nigeria all of us will work towards. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? How can I better my people? How can I add to what I know that can do better? You see, today we are measuring achievement by what I wear, what I do. I have 7 cars. I have 20 houses. I fly in my private jet. If you die, nobody will remember you. You know what people will use to remember you? As our great king in a Ghana empire, King Osei Tutu, is remembered today because of his good deeds. Because he make a society for his people. He is not living. After more than 700 years, he's gone. The people, they are still enjoying it. Even the chair that we are saying, the stool that he made to convince the people. You see, even when the Oyibo came, they stole the chair. They stole it away. You see that unity, nobody can take it from them. As long as this world continue to exist, nobody can take that unity from Ghana people. Nobody. Because it made them to be a unique people. It made them to be a special people. It made them to be a lovely people. And if Ghana person is having a job, is living, he will call his sister. He will call his brother. They are not a vagabond. Even the world, they respected them because they are not a vagabond. That is why we are employing us. You see, when we come to any foreign land, you will not see a piazza. That piazza, they will name names. Garibaldi, different names. They will name them after those streets. They will name people after hospitals. You will not say, this person, who is this person? They will not tell you the history. Say, this man, he was a very rich man. You now see that women are having difficulties. They don't give birth easily. You now carry all his money. Then do research for women who are less privileged to come and take treatment so that they will be having children there. Ah, that is the hospital. They will name them, name the hospital before them. You will see a big piazza. They will say, this piazza or this place it become bushy. It's supposed to have be a piazza that people will go and be relaxing. He will now invest his money. Say, this money, I give it to the community. They should build it and make it convenient for people so that people will be coming here to relax. After those people have gone, they will name those places. When they finish building it, they will name them after them. After maybe 1,000 years to come, that name still remain. That is a name that will never die. That is why the Lord say we should build a name that will last forever. If you are rich, only you is for only yourself. If you die, nobody will remember you. But if you want to leave a legacy, that honor, glory, adoration that we are looking for, it is when you contribute to other person's life. It is when you now live, they will be remembering you. So that is why our sister Dora, she told us expressly. It's like she's using her last strength to say it. They say, madam, sit down. I say, no. He say she can stand. That is people that love Nigeria. That is people we're supposed to have be emulating. That is people we should not allow their name to die. As far as that Nigeria concerned, we should not allow her name to die. Before they made her minister, what made me really fall in love with that woman? They were just interviewing her. They have to introduce her to our great ex-president Obasanjo. That this woman, nobody like her. It's essential. It's exempted. Then I introduce her to the former, our President Buhari in administration. They are looking for somebody that is good. Somebody that doesn't like to manipulate words. Person that is straightforward. Then I choose among the list. They choose her. Her good work is the one give her this minister. But the many we know, it's not yet her time to go. But her name will always remain in the heart of Nigerians. He said we should build a better society. A society that we will build. Or the money we will not gain out of what we are investing, what we are doing. We should build it. We should build it for one coming generation. So that is why I'm leaving this video also. People should have a rethink. People should share this video. Share it and learn. Share it to those who will have ear to hear. Let them hear. Share it to those who love Nigeria, who want to build a better society. Let us come together. Let us add. What can we do? From our own character, from our attitude. What is a society value? What is a society mistake? How can we rebrand our land? We should learn it all. That is why I'm leaving this video. Thank you, everybody. God bless you, everybody. May the Lord strengthen us and give us strength to do the will of God in Jesus' name. Amen.